Alright, update on JASMY. So I'm gonna have to come down to the 4 hour on this coin simply because the daily on this is, basically unchartable. I have to zoom in so much just to be able to see what's going on. So if we do zoom in from the micro low down here to the high that we put up here, we've fallen below the 618. We kind of bounced and came all the way up to the top. Got a very harsh rejection, falling through the table on the 618. We're currently literally just poking our head below the 786. So in my opinion, selling volume is stepping in as soon as we broke below the 786. Not really looking too good right now. In my opinion, if we don't get a strong bounce up, bounce off the 618 and start heading up very soon, then we're probably going to start going very far down. That's pretty much it for the 4 hour. I mean, we really need to hold 1669. Otherwise, on this micro fib that we've got here from the low to the high, you can see it's probably going to come back to 1 penny, which is a pretty steep drop from where we are now. It is, a 40% drop. So personally, I am sticking on the sidelines for this coin. Now, it could go down further, so you can see that we have this previous low here, and we have this green line. I'll show you what this green line is. So let me make this green for support. This is really the area that we need to hold. Worst case scenario, if we do break below 1476, then I do see us coming down to at least a penny. And if we don't hold that, we can start talking about going to pretty much zero. So if we flatten this out, come over to the daily, you can see the hype for this coin really kicked in around about the 6th of October. We went on a very parabolic rally and then fell off the table. So this coin is literally only like 80 million market cap. But the inflation for this coin is going to be pretty mad. For example, I mean, only 5 billion of the coin is released. It's going to have another 10x in inflation terms. So unless this coin goes to like 800 million in market cap, then it's going to do nothing but go down in the short term. If we do come over to the daily, you can see this is the previous low that we put in, basically at 1.5 cents. So this has been a massive area of interest, a massive support level since all the way back here on the 1st of July. If we do flatten this out, you can see, wow, this coin has been rugged really hard. This is the first time checking out this coin, so I didn't even look at the previous data. But if we take a price chart, you can see, this has almost lost like 100% of its value. This is a very poor performing coin in only, how long has this been? So if we mark it up to the RSI so we can see where we are, in not even a year we've gone down 99%. So this is really not a good setup in my opinion. I would like to see some mad volume stepping in. I would like to see a huge bounce coming in, for the market cap to turn up significantly. But in my opinion, this coin is just, it's pretty much on its deathbed right now. I mean, there's not really too much to say. The 4 hour kind of says it all. You can kind of see what's going on the daily as well. But if we do, I mean, we've already dropped below the 786, so it looks like we're at least going to be coming down to 1.5. If we do lose 1.5, the 1.618 is all the way down here. Now, I can't even draw like a macro fib on this. For example, if I went from the top up here to here, because I mean we're not even anywhere near the 236. 236 would be lining up nicely with the 200-day moving average, but in my opinion, I mean, this coin is just moving so mad that personally I would be sitting on the sidelines for this and not accumulating. So if we check out what's going on with the money flow indicator and the RSI, I mean, I could say that this is bottomed. Like, if this was a different coin, like Bitcoin, for example, I'd say, oh, it looks like we've bottomed around here. But, the amount of times that JASMY just kind of sits around here, especially on the RSI, I mean, for the past couple of months, I mean, we haven't even been above 45. We're literally just hanging out, underneath the 30 of the RSI. There's no volume coming in for this coin. So, all in all, if you've been watching my content for the past few weeks, I've been saying that I'm bearish on altcoins while Bitcoin is above the 200-day moving average. For JASMY specifically, it is a whole nother story. I mean, this coin isn't even bullish against like the worst performing altcoins that I have in my list here. I'm not going to go through them because, you know, this is a JASMY video. I'll make this fairly snappy because not too much is going on. But yeah, if we don't get a strong bounce, get above basically 1.8 cents in the short term, then, you know, I do see us at least breaking down to this 1.4 level, at which point, you know, I do think it's very likely that we come down to 1 cent again. And if we lose 1 cent, I mean, the next price target is literally 0, so, you know, we can start talking about it going to 0 if we do fall below here. So, you know, this was one of those Coinbase coins that got released and did nothing but tank since it came out. So if we find, I believe this was on Coinbase, so if we find out what's been going on Coinbase, yeah, you can see this coin had a huge rally when it went on Coinbase. Ever since then, you know, everyone has just lost their interest in this coin. This went up 7x and it is basically coming down to its deathbed. So we're below the price that it listed for on Coinbase, which is not a good sign. You know, back in the day, Coinbase used to be like, if a coin did get released on Coinbase, everyone would be super hyped about it, and it would normally always go up in price forever. But Coinbase is really changing recently. They keep on adding shit coins and all these altcoins that are just going down to 0. So, you know, in my opinion, the Coinbase effect is losing its losing its charm. It keeps on pumping out new altcoins, and, you know, JASMY is just one of those ones that never really picked up. So I don't know if it's because the inflation on this token is absolutely mental. I tried to find some information about the inflation on this token, didn't really find any information, but, you know, if we do cover this in the future, we will keep an eye on the circulating supply and see if, you know, that is increasing exponentially, or if money's just flowing out. Because, I mean, if we do kind of collapse this, you can see our money flow indicator here. So this is obviously disregarding the inflation of this coin, and, you know, the money flow is literally heading down to like 10 now. So you know, previously we have bottomed here, so like I said, I could be wrong. We could be about to have a huge pump. I definitely wouldn't put it past it, simply because we are down, you know, almost 100%. We've literally almost lost 99.9% of its price. So I see two things happening. Either we're going to have a huge pump coming in, or we're going to basically come down to 1 cent again, at which point, you know, we could start talking about it going to 0. But in the short term, keep an eye on 1.4 cent. If we do lose 1.4, you know, we're pretty much going to be coming down to 0. So that's all I see for JASMY. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.